Shalaki, baby, one moment. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahawashi, Bashem Kakwadash. Second one, give double honor to our apostles of Salaki, our apostles of GMS rule of well, our beloved elders and teachers, and peace, blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect, those that are modifying their members, waiting for the return of our Lord Yahawashi, which is the so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. We're going to go into John 15 of Yahawashi being a true Salaki, Yahawashi being a Van. And let me get this real quick before I bring that out. So Wisdom of Solomon 1:1, it says, love justice, you rulers of the world. Set your minds sincerely in when you go into Second Esdras, the 6th chapter, the roughly latter verses to tell you how the Lord made this world for our sakes. So we, the hopeful elect, understanding that the Lord is redeeming us, has restored us, has brought our history, our our integrity, and our righteousness, and us our nationality, and our understanding back to us. We got to know what's important. So set your mind sincerely on the Lord and look for Him with all honesty, like it says on Second Chronicles 15:13. So it says, those who do not try to test Him will find Him. Having that doubt and really not being assured, lacking faith, and not having really understanding and knowing that the Lord is not a power that has pleasure in wickedness. You can read that in Psalms, the 5th chapter. So He will show Himself to those who trust Him. Verse 3, dishonest thoughts separate people from Yahweh, and if we are foolish enough to test Him, His power will put us to shame. Yeah. You go back into the world, things will start plaguing you. And this are the ones that know that they're Israelites, but playing around, bullshitting. You're not putting this truth first. You're not putting Yahawashi first. You're not really understanding the importance that Yahawashi did for our people. We got to remember He's the mediator. He was the sacrificial lamb. Going back to the old covenant, the Old Testament, we used to have to sacrifice lambs for our sins and our transgression. But through Yahawashi, we don't do that anymore. So that really actually showed you how much more on point that you have to be on, because it tells you Yahawashi can't come back down again and redo and react what He did. So if you really not taking this thing serious, that's really your ass, man. So it says, verse 4, wisdom will never be at home with anyone who is deceitful or a slave of sin. Sin is the transgression of the law. Everyone who is holy has learned to stay away from deceitful people. And that's what we're learning. And this is why we want America to be destroyed. Isaiah 47, Jeremiah 50 and 51. Bear with me one moment. So everyone who is holy has learned to stay away from deceitful people. Staying away from 2/3, staying away from Esau. And also another thing too, we're learning how to deal um, amongst this captivity. So meaning we're learning how to deal amongst these women, heathen women, our women, um, Jake, and how you say it, 2/3 Edomites and other nation of men. Because again, you have to. In certain ways, you have to move according to where you dwell, the places where you dwell. Because again, certain things we have to do to, basically what I'm saying is employment and certain things you have to do to make ends meet. So you got to learn how to move in this society. He will not stay around when foolish thoughts are being expressed. He will not feel comfortable when injustice is done. Yeah, you know. And we understand here in America is nothing but injustice, wrongdoings, rape, rob, and murder. First of all, starting off with our people. But then this Edomite has gotten so big headed because he's conquered the Israelites, the nation of Israel, and he thinks he completely has us in his hands. Now he's just doing whatever he will, whatever he wants to these other nations, and it's offsetting and throwing off the balance of the earth. Let me see something. That's pretty much it. Go back to John. I don't want to make this too long. So John 15:1. I am the real vine, and my Father is the gardener. Yep. Yahawashi is the vine, and Yahweh is the gardener. He breaks off every branch in me that does not bear fruit. So if you're not, realizing, going back to the parable of that penny, if you're not trying to flip and double that penny, I mean, what the fuck are you doing? You know, we all know if a woman texts our phone or called our phone, we stopping everything. Even some of our eyes might even get big. um, so what are we doing? You really got to understand. This truth is really like a woman. That's why King Solomon broke those wisdom, those sayings down, and how you say translated into like a woman. Because the truth, you got to look at it as a woman. Again, as if a real chick hit you up on your phone, your loins, will start ravishing. That's how you got to be with this truth. So it says, so that it will be clean and bear more fruit. You have been made clean already by the teaching I have given you. Yeah, because he's purifying this flesh. And now we understand we're not to be ruled over by this flesh. So again, we reap spiritual things. And we try to do the things that's spiritual and edify charity and virtue. Verse 4, this is also in the GNT if I didn't say it. So it says, remain united to me, and I will remain united to you. So yeah, I don't know if let me not say like that, but any business or anything that you involve yourself in, you have to show, matter of fact, let me get that again. Basic skills you need to survive. I think this is, hold on. It's not for survival. Hold on. Oh yeah, in life. Okay, so the most important life skills: communication, critical thinking, active listening, decision making, emotional intelligence. Hold on, just give me one moment. I'm trying to get more of a brief. Fuck, I'm just go back. being attentive in conversation, empathy, decision making, time management. Um, so basically, my point is knowing how to pretty much be useful, because how the way you show that you basically care for somebody, or you got, how you say, compassion, not compassion, but remorse, if I'm saying it correctly. Basically showing that you care for a person and you're dealing with them, you will be around. You're being attentive. You're there. You're dependable. You're trustworthy. You know. So going back, it says a branch cannot bear fruit by itself. Yeah, you can't be alone within this thing, and you're not gonna do nothing on your own. So that's an individual mindset cut. It can only do so only if it remains in the vine. And this is why you understand who's really your family. So once you really understand who's your real family, you start to build different relations and different bonds, and learn how to deal with each other. In the same way, you cannot bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, verse 5. I am the vine, and you are the branches. Those who remain in me, and I in them, will bear much fruit. So again, what Elder Tahar stated about the videos should not be a problem, because in all actuality, you should want to edify and uplift the names of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. So it says, for you can do nothing without me. Those who do not remain in me are thrown out like a branch and dry up. Yep. So again, like I said, we know Jake. Um, whatever Jake loves, he's gonna show. Jake loves smoking weed, so he doesn't matter how much little money he makes or how much whatever. When Jake wants that blunt lit up, it's rolled up, he gets it. It doesn't matter how much he has to pay. When Jake loves alcohol, it doesn't matter what um, his situation is. He knows how to go get that alcohol and put that bottle to his lips. And whatever Jake is in, whatever, how you say, whatever Jake loves, he's gonna do. So it's like you have a certain person. Um, well, I'm gonna take it as a woman. If a woman says she loves you and she likes you, she cares for you, but she's never around, you gotta start to wonder. You can't get nothing nurturing out of her. You can't get her to do anything. You might want to start questioning her words, because remember, this is the action thing. Love is an action. When you say certain words, which are verbs, is the action. You got to show it. You can't just be lip service. That's hypocritical. But we understand a lot of people here in America have been taught wrong. Basically, people here in America, they know how to pacify you and just say certain things to pretty much butter you up and then just disappear. But us, on the other hand, falsehood, being false, being fake, not being real, not being genuine. That's pretty much the functionality of so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans that we have amongst each other. So it says, again, pretty much when I'm, slacking me slow down. So what I'm going into, if you say you love the Lord, and basically nobody knows what you're doing, here basically you're gonna always see Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, Elder Ryan Lob, Elder Rakar, brothers in Dallas, and I'm just stating right off the top. You got the brothers in ATL, Cali, etc. You see those faces, you already know. Oh damn, all right. You can expect them to do a video. You're going to see their face. But if you see a guy that's never around, you don't really see him. What the fuck are you doing? What are you putting your time and your effort in if it's not this truth? So it's an effort thing. It takes effort, it takes time management. Um, verse 6. Those who do not remain in me are thrown out like a branch and dry up. Such branches are gathered up and thrown into the fire, where they are burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, then you will ask for anything you wish, and you shall have it. So, knowing that, you're going to ask for things that are suitable for you to keep going and uplifting the names of Yahawashi Yahawashi. Verse 8, my Father's glory is shown by your bearing much fruit. See that? Because it's through Yahawashi. When Yahawashi dealing with you, he's your mediator, and basically he's pleading for your cause to make it and strive. And in this way, you become my disciples. Verse 9, I love you just as the Father loves me. Remain in my love. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love. And we understand love is an action word. You can't just say I love you, but then never be around and never showing yourself that that basically that's that bullshit here in America. Because really, in all actuality, nobody really understands what the word love is. Really, you just learn love by Greek. Really, people take sex and the word sex and just the earth the kid spirit looks up in the air, put your fingers in the shape of a heart, like you're like a Greek Roman person, like a Philly, they grab their hearts, you know. That's the spirit of the American. They don't really understand what love is. That's why a lot of women, when they say they love you, they don't really love you. But then down the line, they try to destroy you. Same thing with men. You have a lot of homeboys that be like, yeah, your cousin and family, yeah, man, I love you, dog. I love you, my man. I love you, your son. I love you. But then it's just not there. So it says, just as I have obeyed my father's commands and remain in his love. Let me see. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. It said, my commandment is this: love one another just as I love you. The greatest love you can have for your friends is to give your life for them. And this is what we're doing. We're laying our life down for the elect. Verse 14, and you are my friends if you do what I command you. And that's very, that's heavy in itself. I do not call you servants any longer because servants do not know what their master is doing. Yeah, basically, in hierarchy, if you was a slave or a servant, you pretty much don't know what's going on. You pretty much locked up in a dungeon somewhere, and you just disregarded. You're not really considered. But the fact that Yahawashi hasn't parted us, the great mystery, the dark sayings, the prophecies that let you know he dealeth with us. Instead, I call you my friends because I have told you everything I heard from my Father. You did not choose me; I chose you and appointed you to go and bear much fruit, the kind of fruit that endures. See that? And so the Father will give you whatever you ask of him in my name. This then is what I command you: love one another. And it goes on to say the world hated you. Again, that's what I'm saying. Here it is. The world don't like us. The world look at us as the most degenerates, like we're idiots or fools, we're stupid. But that's what I'm saying. So if you're not focused on Yahawashi Yahawashi, what are you focused on? Why are you focused on a place that doesn't like you or likes our power? Don't even like the fact that you're waking up and you're acknowledging you're a Hebrew Israelite, righteous, and you want peace and order back on the earth. So finish with that. Let me get James 5. I'm gonna get verse 7. James 5 and 7. Be patient then. This is in the GNT, my friends. See that? Until the Lord comes. See how patient farmers are as they wait for their land to produce precious crops. See that? And like the scripture says in First John, Yahawashi is the vine, and Yahweh is the gardener. And through Yahawashi, he's pleading and growing and producing us and making us precious, a beautiful crop. They wait patiently for the autumn and spring rain. See that? So everything the what you call it the purging, the molding, the scourges in our affliction. This is all preparing and making things delighted in us, delightful in us, making us a better creature, a beautiful garden. You also must be patient. Keep your hopes high, for the day of the Lord's coming is near. You see, we understand things are right at the door. So this is not the time as to be like others, um, down in the dumps, depressed, stressed, weary, weak, ready to give in. And we know things is hard, but we have Yahawashi. Verse 9, do not complain against one another, my friends, so that Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi will not judge you. The judge is near, ready to appear. Yeah, Yahawashi. Verse 10, my friends, remember the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. Take them as examples of patient endurance under suffering. We call them happy because they endured. You have heard of Job's patience, and you know how the Lord provided for him in the end. See that? And our ultimate end is going to be the kingdom. For the Lord is full of mercy and compassion. So there's something real quick. Not again on wasn't going to be too long, but Lord's will was edified. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.